Everyone, how are we? We good? Good, okay. So, my name's Casey Bailey, and in particular, I want to talk to you about motivation. I think it's something that's spoken about a lot. I think it's something that we kind of understand, but we treat it like it's this ethereal thing, like you have it or you don't. So I'll give you a little bit of my kind of backstory, my journey. I completed my PGCE in 2011, having done a degree in education at the University of Ulster. My first teaching post was a maternity cover. So I went in, I've got a year, do my thing, and then try and work out what I'm going to do after that. And one of the things I want to say to all of you before I really get into motivation is, it doesn't take anything away from your story to say, this thing was lucky. Like, actually, I landed on my feet there, or that worked out really well. And it's not too egotistical to say, but also I put the work in. I had to make this chance happen. I had to take that opportunity when it presented itself. The two don't take away from each other. Let me talk to you about motivation. For me, there's 3 times when we need motivation, really, to drive us on. And I say there's 3 times, but all of these things are happening all of the time. There's getting started. And getting started, it requires vision, it can feel uncomfortable, and certain types of structure can help you, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Then there's maintaining, navigating the bumps on the road. How do you stay motivated when things are not going the way that you expect them to go, or where you want them to go, they're not moving as fast as you expect them to. And then it's the ability or the motivation to complete, to know when the job's done, to know when you're done with the job, to know when it's time to move on. It feels unnatural, and it requires a level of acceptance. So let's get into it. Most of us have heard this before, so the motivation to start, okay? There's one word to finish this quote. Motivation is all about knowing your, why. We get tied up in this idea that as long as you know your why, you will stay motivated. To me, knowing your why is why you start. And if I only motivate myself by the fact that this is why I do it, then how do I motivate myself when it's not happening? We've got the why, but the how can be everything. And for me, it's how do you manage it when things don't go well? So this one here now is different, because sometimes we stop, and it's kind of easy in teaching, because we've all worked with that student who we know that we need to put a lot into, and it takes a lot of our time and energy, but we understand it's important. And then we get to halfway through year 11, and we start thinking, oh sugar, like what's gonna happen with that person next year? Because I'm helping manage their situations for them, but I'm not going to be there to do that for them. But the easy thing in teaching is it cuts off. You can cry about it if you want to, but they're going to leave. So it happens. Sometimes you have a project, you have a curriculum, you've planned your curriculum's perfect, you're really happy with it. Now I've got to give it to 7 other teachers. They have to deliver it. You can't deliver it for them. So that's now you have to complete. This is the curriculum. Now I have to trust you guys to go out there and do it. And what we convince ourselves is, I don't think the other person's going to get it right. So I don't think that boy who I've been mentoring for 3 years is going to manage without me. I don't think that member of my department who's been struggling is going to be able to teach the curriculum that I've created. But really, it's a doubt in ourselves. Is, have I done my job well enough? Is the curriculum so good that they're going to be a better teacher because of my curriculum? Is the mentoring I've provided for that young person so useful that they're going to be able to do without me? Because if they can't, it's not really worth anything. And it's having the faith in yourself to say, I've done my job. I'm ready to let it go. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, Black Men Teach, for having me. This is a blessing, a privilege, and an honor. Let's have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you.